Alright guys, been here back with more Final Fantasy 15. This will be the last episode for today. Cause I got some stuff I gotta do in terms of working on stuff for the other channel later, but yeah, for now, we're just doing side quests. That's really what a lot of, I mean, like for foreseeable future, it's really a lot of what we're gonna be doing. But okay, cool. Finally, this can definitely get annoying. How fucking far is this thing? Okay, we need, like, how do we call a chocobo? I don't even know how you call the chocobos. No. Is it like something here? Oh, there we go. Call chocobo. Oh, I guess that is in that menu. Well, that would have been nice to know fucking 10 minutes ago. Game? Ah, fuck off of this.
Easy now.
It's so fucking weird how they control, like, cars. Like, they push R2 to make them run. It's so weird how this is the last mainline Final Fantasy game. Cause it feels like it's been, like, it feels like there's been other shit coming up since then, but I guess really, and there hasn't those. I mean, obviously Final Fantasy 7 Remake is like, yeah. Why the fuck couldn't the car drive over here?
Sweltering heat around here.
Why the fuck they have to stop all the way back here?
The rise in temperature is likely attributable to the astral shard. We're close.
Oh, wait, there's an even faster speed? I didn't even know that until now.
Let the gem hunt begin.
Alright.
You'll be hunting a long time. Only raw stones around here.
Thanks for the ride. Aw, thanks, buddy.
That's it.
What's what?
I've come up with a new recipe.
Can't wait to try it.
Okay. Isn't that just fucked? That he's like literally killing this thing. He says, oh yeah, new recipe. Or, oh, it's just a chocobo. Is it here? Is that what that symbol is? No, it's not. Assassin's daggers. Okay. It is funny though how like this game had that crossover also with AC Origins, and it's like it's funny how like how much effort fucking Square Enix put into it, and like how little fucking effort Assassin's Creed did.
Watch your back. Thanks.
Or like Assassin's Creed, we literally get that one mission where it's just like there's this cutscene of Arden and everything. While it's like with this fucking game, they put like entire fucking timed event festival thing. Stuff like you can't play it anymore though. I really wish you could.
Nothing to it.
Where was I again? Here.
Bingo. Found one. Oh, this is it? Man, Or is a real bore.
Oh, we need to get
Hopefully
3.
the next one looks cooler.
Oh shit. You know, while we're doing this, let's just listen to the live feed update, which isn't even a live feed update, but
Is
whatever.
going to be making the decision to
That's
cut
Tara's
one
profile.
of the 2 players, either Kiefer or Brayden, to bring down to the final 3 with her. So
There's another one.
here we are. We're going to talk about Tara, potentially the winner of Big Brother Canada 9. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed across the season that this would be a potential outcome? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about Tara's game. It has been an interesting one. Not quite as unique as Ty's game. It's actually Tara's game is actually kind of a common thread. We see this a lot. It's the person who didn't have a lot of agency, didn't have a lot of social capital in the game, and then kind of makes an end game comp run to make themselves a contender. So let's talk about Tara's game, see what we think here. Back in week 1, we're rewinding time. First week of the game, Tara enters the game again. Don't know a whole lot about week 1. Unfortunately, the feeds were not on.
So
But
we'll go
there's still
return
some
the
stuff to talk
car.
about here. The house is split into teams.
Yeah, okay. Just schedule this.
Tara
So I was talking about
is saying
scheduling the next
in the first
3.
week, she is also
The final 3
Ty,
videos for the
member
gear.
of Team
That's
Destiny.
there's only 3 slots I don't
so
have
she's
scheduled,
immune
so it's like I
for
kind of
that
might as well
first
do it.
week. And
They're all going to be Survivor videos.
Great for her because she was,
Just because that's
she
obviously what
was
performs
targeted in that
better,
first
and
week. And in the
but they all
second
gotta be
week,
like
she was
really
somebody
generic
that,
ones. Like I
was an
can't
easy first boot, an easy second boot,
do anything.
And the fact that she was immune was definitely beneficial to her here, as she manages to avoid being somebody that was put on the block
Oh, yeah,
either as a pawn or a target. And that definitely helps her in the game.
We should be able to fast travel there,
Now,
right?
in the first week, the Sunsetters form. They have a side alliance with Austin, Kyle, and Roe. They have a side alliance with Austin. Kyle and Roe become their own thing. And Tara, in this first week, she makes a close bond with Tina, and she makes a close bond with Toya. And the 3 of them together are kind of a thing, but not an official thing.
What's the vote?
Little does
Okay,
she know,
I want to do a
of
what
course,
if video.
that,
The question is what if? Which what if?
Tina and Toya are both in
What
the
if Alliance
Sunsetters.
difference
They
is
have their own
I have a
going
lot of
on.
what if videos actually.
And so,
Like I have a what if.
Unfortunately, for Tara, she is the side alliance. She is, but not even an official one. She is just kind of a
Let's
loose
see.
parachute at this time.
I mean, the good
Now, in
ones.
this first week, Josh is
I
going
think
to
would
become
be-
the social pariah when he claims that the boys are forming
What if King
Free
Shark
Boys
9?
2.0.
What if Medivacs
Then he
didn't
becomes the house
happen?
consensus target until Toya.
What if my? Actually, that's a funny bit. I'm like, do I have a video? Like, when's April Fool's Day? I feel like that's like a good time to do that video. I don't have it. Damn it. When is April Fool's next?
Week 2.
Well, I just want to see.
Again, Tara enters the game. She kind of struggles socially. Again, she gets in.
Okay, I think April Fool's 2023. I'm gonna do this video. It's fine. I'm gonna do what if my winter rankings were
Not in with the guys.
or in chronological order. I think that'll be a fun video to do for April Fool's.
She doesn't really have. She kind of has maybe a loose relationship
Alright.
with Kiefer,
Let's
but
go.
not a solid one at all. She doesn't really talk to Beth. She doesn't have a ton here in the game. And so she's
What if previous votes was still the tiebreaker?
And again, it happens every season. You put in, 14.
How many ties have they been? Okay, let's look this up. How many ties have there been in Survivor history?
And that was Tara. She just doesn't fit in. She's kind of
Since obviously
a
the
little bit older.
Kathy's thing.
And that's an experience that a lot of the younger players do not have. So
No, that's way too much to play out, though, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That's way too much to play out for this sort of thing. What if returning captains swap tribes?
Welcome to Golden Key.
That'd be like a quick, easy one. How many are there? I mean, there's Bobby John. There's what? Bobby John, Stephanie. I mean, essentially Guatemala, Redemption Island. The fuck's the other one? South Pacific and Edge of Extinction? Is that it?
Hey, fellas.
I think it's too
Jeez,
small.
That went quicker than I expected. Bet those demons were no match for you, huh, Inch Prey?
You put up a pretty good fight.
Well, you're alive, so, as promised. That baby right there is unlike anything you've seen before. Drop by again sometime and let me know what you
What if
think.
seasons had no returnees?
She says that she really expected to get along well with Brayden. She saw Brayden, she saw his personality, she was like, this is my kind of guy. I'm gonna get along well with him. And she hasn't. In fact, she's called Brayden
talk about
maybe
impeccable
her
timing.
back a
I
few
know what
times.
this means.
So your Majesty's a mind
That
reader.
is true.
Well,
He was doing that.
what am I
He didn't
thinking?
like her.
You want
What if reboats didn't exist?
Didn't like her.
I think we got a real good thing going here.
A lot of people talk about not liking Tara. Again, she is just, she's, you know, Josh was the social pariah in the house, but Tara was definitely somebody that was not liked either. And she could sense it. And she's again always been that person in the house that is kind of just like, I know you guys don't like me. Whatever, you know? It sucks.
Didn't I already got that? Yeah. Why is that still on my list of video ideas? The
I, Jed, Austin, Brayden, and Beth are working together, so they approach Tina, Kiefer, Toya, and Tara about forming a resistance. And Tara is the only person of those people.
The guy's really taking a liking to you.
Or at least board with this idea. Kyle and Rose approaching her, they need to form a resistance. She's like, yes, I would love to be a part of something. Tina is also willing to play ball because she wants to play both sides if possible. And
wait, why didn't I do this? Like, wasn't that what I was gonna do? Why didn't I do it? I'm a fucking idiot.
You could try setting him a better example.
power in the game. Unfortunately for her, Kiefer and Toya are not down for this, and they are going to be ratting this out to the Sunsetters. So, still kind of lost in this game. Tara is going to attempt to get Jed on the
So I think I'll probably do 2 what if videos.
and as a replacement. And, you know,
What's
she
up?
thinks, why not? You know,
Maybe I want to be a
Jed's
casting
situation.
video.
Let me talk to Austin about putting up Jed. Jed is obviously a big target. You know, why wouldn't you put up Jed? She then lets Jed know, yeah, of course I suggested you as a person to put up. I think because she feels like, well, it's obvious. Why wouldn't I do that? And the thing is that nobody else is doing that because Jed is in a killer position at this time in the game. This is a great example of Tara in the game, right? She is kind of
Everything in order.
operating in a different universe
Um,
than one that the other players are operating in for most of the game. And it's not a terrible universe. She's operating in a universe where the HOH puts up a big target who should be put up that week because he wasn't really working with Austin, and he is somebody that she maybe should have targeted that week.
Maybe that's why I don't know. What should I do? What if every season had returning players now? What if winners were... That's too much. What if alliances never existed? What if every player was on the jury?
Big shot. And she solo just tries it. She goes to us, just let's put up Jed. Nobody else is willing to do that. Everybody else plays a little more scared and a little smarter. And and she's not shy about the fact that she's trying to play the game as well. So she tries this, of course, it fails, and she's so not respected in the game that Jed barely even cares. He's like, oh, you tried to kid me up on the block? That's cute. Alright, leave me alone now. I've got actual work to do.
Yeah, I'm kind of debating over what I want to do here.
Flip this vote multiple times because Kiefer and Toya rat out the fact that Ro and Kyle are trying to form a resistance against them, right? So
How many wait. How many winning losing games are there? Obviously, there's winners at war, which is like gonna really bolster
as a replacement again, due to Toya.
that number.
And the Sunsetters then decide they may want to flip this vote because Ro is trying to form a resistance against them, ratted out by Toya and Kiefer. Now Tara is part of this resistance, but luckily, when is not super caught in
Put the
trying
top
to
up before it
resist.
starts pouring.
Wait, let's look this up. Alright, Rich has All-Stars, obviously.
Now Tara
Tina has All-Stars and has Blood vs. Water.
she's being included. Again, she's being included.
Ethan has All-Stars and has Winners at War.
She's willing to do it because it feels like she's going to be included in this other thing. So maybe she won't work with Kyle and Ro in the resistance, but maybe she'll be able to work with this other group who is making a flip happen.
You got Besepia hasn't returned. Brian Heideck has not returned. Jenna, I mean, you got All-Stars kind of. Sandra, you have Game Changers, and you have Winners at War. You then have Amber. I mean, do I include the games that they played before they won? Whatever. And Winners at War. Chris hasn't played again. Tom has Heroes vs. Villains. 11. Danny has Winners at War. Aris has Blood vs. Water. Yule has Winners at War. Earl hasn't played again. Todd hasn't played again. Parvati has Cook Islands. 21, or not 21, I'm jumping way too far. 17, Bob hasn't played again. JT has Heroes vs. Villains and has Game Changers. After JT is... Who's after JT? Natalie White has not played again. Sandra already talked about. Bobbio hasn't played again. Boston Rob.
For the hotel.
I think it's better if we... yeah, okay. Let's change this to ranking winners, returning games.
He's trying to change your mind. Let's go.
Awesome!
I feel like that makes it a lot more interesting. Say they're returning games. This is after they have won the game. So let's take off the Amber one. Let's take off Parvati's first play. And Boston Rob's, I mean, we just get his 40. 23 Sophie, so we got her. Again, like, should I just take out Winners at War as well? Or should I just, like, I'll probably just skim through it, right? We got Kim, Denise,
Victoria is going to want Toya out, and with Victoria wanting
26
Toya
Cochran.
out, Tara is kind of in a lose-lose situation.
Time to meet the Chocobos!
Calm and carefree.
Really have the ability to convince Victoria to go elsewhere.
You know what, no. I think I'm dropping this video for now. I just feel like it's too much stuff.
Also going to be a running capital, even with her allies. When her allies win in the
Yeah, we'll just
HOH,
spend the night.
they often take somebody out of the game that benefits her. Her allies win the game, win the HOH, and she's safe.
It's
but she
bedtime.
loses the week because she's always
We're already 20 minutes
on the
in.
losing end of the target.
Goddamn.
So, Terra is obviously not pleased with Toya, even though she does not want Toya to go. She's not pleased with Toya and how she handled all the flip-flopping. And Toya seems to be on the side of Jed and Tai, who were blaming her for the flip. So
I sure forgot this Still the 13 Sentinels thing running in the background.
Up against Kiefer, then she's gonna let Toya go. So Victoria puts Toya and Kiefer on the block. Kiefer is the pawn, but she's pretending that he's the target too. The Sunsetters, Terra knows that Toya is the real target, and she's okay with that. She would prefer to keep Kiefer around because, again, Jed and Tai want Toya to stay. Toya seems to be on the side of Jed and Tai. She understands that Jed and Tai clearly do not care about her in the game. They tried to flip on her. And if Toya is working with them and Kiefer is not, and they're going to vote out Kiefer and they want to protect Toya, then that means that she's going to choose to Kiefer to stick with her. So that's where Terra stands this week. Again, ideally, she doesn't have to lose either of them, but
Okay, so I think I'll definitely do that one. What if players use their idols when voted out?
It's here in week 2 as well that the oddballs
Probably
solidify,
be
against the
there.
Sunsetters. They come together.
I could do a casting video.
Either not involved in the flip or didn't agree with the flip. So it's Victoria,
What do we have?
Kyle, Ro, Tina, Terra, Austin, and Brayden. A 7-person alliance in a game of 12.
Dreamcasting Blood vs. Water.
7 versus 5, and one of those 5 is about to go home. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. And Terra is extremely excited to finally be a part of something here. That this is real. She actually has allies, and she's in the game. And again, Terra is somebody who is trying to play the game. She's just not able to. They don't give her a seat at the table, and so she finally has that seat at the table, and she is ready to go. Unfortunately, in this alliance, she still had no say, and again, couldn't convince Victoria to actually target somebody that would have been beneficial to her, and instead she loses an ally, a potential ally on the other side. So this excitement that she has, this newfound sort of confidence that she has,
shows I did not
to be
do
tempered a
some
bit when
things
she
here.
overhears Jed
Should done
say that she
already.
looks like a 13-year-old boy from behind. She is not pleased about that comment either. It's really going to get in her head in terms of how she feels about Jed. If she was not already pissed at Jed and Tai, she is now extremely
Everything in
pissed
order?
at
Yep.
Jed in particular. She is going to vent about it to Tai, and just really just like, I do not like this man. But she
Let's
does
see.
eventually talk to Jed, and they kind of clear the air, and this is going to be sort of indicative of their relationship throughout the season. That Tai and Jed, but primarily Jed, will do something wrong to Terra, and then she will do wrong things to them.
I might have asked before, but is Ebony really all that good?
I might have answered before, but yes, it is.
You know what?
But it definitely is a contentious relationship throughout. But she does always manage
Still a
to
bit
have
of a walk from
conversations,
here.
particularly with Jed.
I forgot about that. Let's do. It's kind of tough though. It's a bit.
And by the end, they do have a kind of relationship that is definitely interesting. I mean, if I told you right now in week 3 that when Jed gets evicted, he would say that he can't decide between Tai or Terra who he would want to vote for in the final 2.
Yeah, let's do the
That I've lost my mind. So,
Wait.
and move forward here.
I want to do
Tina
the
and Tara
ranking,
are going to decide here in
the
week 3.
winning
They are included in the oddballs, but
final
the
travel
Sunsetters are still
performances.
Kind of like desperate for numbers, and they're actually talking about trying to reel.
Exactly. Was like I was thinking like we'll save that for next year, but it's like now that I think about it, it's like why am I saving that for next year? I might as well just do it here.
They're about to lose Kiefer.
Especially because like I'm doing it for Survivor 40, trying to do it before Survivor 41, so it's like I might as well just fucking do it this year.
They're Sunsetters and they don't.
Like instead of just waiting for
They just talk about them. What are you talking about?
a later time. Yeah. And then what do we want here?
Tina and Tara are both in this position, and
One last Saturday video.
I'm going to say
It's either a what if video or a casting video, I think. What if every player was on the jury? Is that too complicated?
very, very closely with each other throughout most of this game. Tina often being the one to come up with the plans, Tara often being the one to attempt to execute those plans. So they decide we're gonna play both sides.
Fuck it, let's do it. I think that's a fun idea.
Preoccupied with going after each other. So let's just ride the middle. We'll keep pretending on this side that we're over here.
Oh wait, no, fuck, I'm an idiot. I already have a what if video though.
In reality, we are with the oddballs. We are against Ty and Jed. They would be our targets. Ty in particular.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. I can just do this.
However, you know, if the Sunsetters win, and they don't know, or Tara doesn't know they're called the Sunsetters at this point, but if that side wins, then hey, we're over here. Sorry, oddballs. So that is the plan, and that is a great place for them to be. They actually approached Kiefer about joining them because they again plan on keeping Kiefer this week, unbeknownst to the Sunsetters thing, and they end up getting into an alliance with Kiefer. Kiefer calls it the pre-90s. So Jed ends up winning the veto.
You know what, actually, no, let's not do that.
Threatens to put Ty on the block. This is
Let's
not
do the
result
Jeff
Tara
Probst's
wants
least
it
favorite
again.
player.
She is unable to get a good result here. This should have been a great result. Jed wins the veto. He was planning on using it on Toya, and if he had,
Alright, I think that's it. I think it's a good schedule.
would have gone up on the block. Do you want me to put that up?
Alright,
That was kind of the plan, and Beth would have gone home if that had happened, and that would have been fantastic for Tara's game. All she needed to do was prevent Victoria threatening to put Ty on the block, but she didn't. Again, not active enough, and not enough influence
nah,
in the
fuck.
game to make this work.
Get back!
This was a situation that was like best case scenario in terms of comp outcomes. We're this close to it, and she's still not able to get what she wants. And so Jed ends up not using the veto, and that means that she is going to have to lose Toya, and that is not great for her here. So trying to play the middle, trying to seeing that the two sides are preoccupied with each other.
Alright.
It's great sounding. The problem
Let's
is
dash the
Jed and Ty dislike
Let's go.
Tara and Tina and Brayden and all of the other quote-unquote floaters so much, and they're so frustrated with, and Beth is here as well.
Fuck. Wait, how fucking big is this mountain thing?
Like, hey, we're going, so Jed and Ty, they see it. Ty,
Oh yeah, we have to go around anyway.
He sees the writing on the wall. It's us versus them, and there are these Braydens and Taras and Tinas are just sitting in the middle, and they're going to ride to the end with a free pass.
Wow, this area is
That's
swarming with
super
bugs.
annoying.
Yeah.
Super annoying. So what they wanted to do was make a truce with Kyle and Ro so that they would have the freedom to
See you,
target
Slowpoke!
Tina, Tara, and Brayden, and whoever else. Tara in particular. Tara was the one they would want to target the most, if they could.
That's where we're supposed to catch the
The
things.
problem is that they couldn't. And this is a huge strength of Tara's in this game. Now, she does actively play this middle, but it's not a middle that she actively, like, played
If you're here for the
herself
hunt,
into.
do it
She
someplace
kinda
else.
backed into the spot
I don't want
where
you
she was
boys
safe
scaring the
and decided
fish.
to actively
You're...
Yeah, I have the entire year scheduled out right now.
Jed and Ty,
It's really insane, but
Fish whenever I can.
yeah.
Well
she
then,
found
fellow
herself in that
fish now.
position, and
Come on,
they saw that
let me
she
show
was in
you a
great
good spot.
and they were frustrated with it, and that's why they call her a floater, right?
It should be interesting like when I start scheduling
Terra
next
is a
year.
floater. Definitely. She is in the middle. She is going to float
Haven't seen you around these parts.
to power.
First time
And in
here?
a season of size,
Something like that?
Well,
alliances,
the name's Naaman.
floaters are
I've traveled the whole
down
world
on
just about,
because they
looking
get
for
free
new fishermen.
rides. Because
If
the
you're as
people
keen
in
as
the
you
alliances
say,
find themselves
what do
locked
you say to a
into
challenge?
position where they
Challenge?
can't target the
Crag Bear
floaters,
Monday.
or they
Lurks in
lose.
these waters.
And so they
Catch
get
'em.
frustrated at the
I'll
fact
make it
that these
worth
other
your
people
while.
have found themselves
Okay.
in better spots
I'll
because
do it.
they were worse players.
I like
now,
your
that is
spirit,
not
my
true
boy.
of all of the people who found themselves in the middle, but it is true of Terra, who again did not actively put herself there. She just wasn't included in any
Crag
alliance
Bear
prior.
Monday.
So she and didn't have any strong relationships, so wasn't tied to any side.
Fishing looks good
So,
here.
Take a look at this.
so that's
Take
the
your
thing.
time, my
Again,
boy.
like, her
Nice and
positioning
easy.
here
That's
is
the
great,
name of the game.
But her social game is still so bad that she still is almost targeted here. And if there's a different result, she may have been targeted here in
It's
the
showtime.
following HOH. But Terra is going to vote out Toya
wait.
here in week 3 with a blind side of 6-3, and we're going to head into week 4. So, we head into week 4. Again, if Ty
Bellfish.
or Jed or even Beth win this HOH, we are likely looking at a situation. Now, Terra would not have been the primary target for sure. However, she very well could have been a pawn again if circumstances played out in a certain way. Austin and
There we go.
Victoria are going to be the 2 primary targets for Ty, Jed, and Beth. But you could definitely see Terra going up as a pawn if one of them won, and then you guys know how that works. If Terra is on the block, then the back and forth. What a nightmare that would have been.
Last
for her.
one.
Last
Luckily
one.
for her, it's not going to be
What was that?
one of them that wins. It's going to be
annoying.
Kiefer, and that is kind of lucky because Kiefer is in one of her alliances, but it's not great in the sense that Kiefer, again, is not going to do what she wants to do. So he wants Kyle out. That is not what Terra wants. Now she's, again, willing to go along with it because she's playing the middle and Kiefer is an ally and so on and so forth, but she's been bonding with Kyle, similar to Toya. He's not her closest ally, but he's an ally. He's somebody that she could work with, and she's
Fuck
again
off,
going
bite
to
it.
lose an ally under a different ally's HOH. And she's not going to be able to stop Kiefer from doing this. But they don't
this?
Last
back
one.
too much, her
You
and
said
Terra.
that
They're
last
still trying to
time.
maintain their spot in the middle, and they do not want to be caught.
Is that another one?
So
That's
they
the same
take
thing.
more of a hands-off approach here, and they let Kyle and Roe sort of do most of the pushing. Kyle and Roe are pleading for Tina and Terra to pitch for Victoria or for Austin and Brayden to go up, and they placate Kyle and Roe, but they don't actually fall into that trap. Again, the hands-off approach here.
You're talking
is very
Grilla.
good
Nothing
for their
beats
position
Barramundi.
because if
Try
they
it.
push too hard in any particular direction, it puts them firmly on a side, and that means that they can be targeted successfully by an
How do we
alliance
catch a
if
Barramundi?
if they land themselves on a side here. So Kiefer is going to put up Kyle and Roe. Unfortunately for Terra, Roe is going to win the veto, and Austin goes up as the replacement. Now, Kiefer is going to work for the Sunsetters here, and this is terrible for Terra. He flips Victoria against the Oddballs, tells Terra and Tina that Vic is with them and could be a fourth, and they're down for that. They feel like Kiefer is working for them. He flipped Victoria, and now Victoria is basically a pre-90s member. But in reality, he's pushing Vic toward the Sunsetters, and she has pledged her loyalty to Ty and Jed. Terra and Tina do not know that, and so they feel like Victoria is now on their side, and that their middle alliance is growing, and they've lost Kyle, but that's fine because they've got their middle alliance, they've got the rest of the oddballs. There's still an army to go after, Ty and Jed, and they'll be okay. So So, with Austin on the block, Tara decides,
What?
you know what? Things could be even better. I want to keep Kyle. And so, she tries to make a move to flip the vote and save Kyle. She likes him more than Austin. She thinks he's more willing and more capable of making that move against Ty and Jed. So, she
What is this?
pushes for this. Again, this is Tara.
It's a different one, isn't it?
Seeing an opportunity,
still not what I
kind
need,
of
though.
playing in a different game than everyone else. This time she has a little more power. This time she's in a better position to actually make something happen. Maybe she can find some success. She pitches it to Beth, and Beth is on board. Beth pitches it to the guys, and the guys are on board. And all of a sudden, she might have just flipped this vote. She might have just saved Kyle. Again, the problem is her ally, Kiefer, who shuts it down. He says,
Last one.
absolutely not. Kyle needs to go. She does not give up, though. She tries pitching it to Kiefer herself, and he says no. And she gets very frustrated with Kiefer. She says that he's not listening to her.
Take your time,
He says,
my boy.
How dare you even
Nice
pitch
and
this
easy.
to me? This is
That's
like
the name
I don't
of
know
the
what I'm supposed to be doing. Like,
Jed or Ty on the block, and I said, no, we should keep Jed or Ty on your HOH. And he gets very frustrated with her, and they actually get into it a little bit. Again, Tara has a temper. So she moves on to Ty, and she pitches this hard to Ty, who was on board with this plan. He had always wanted Austin gone. She tries to pitch it to Ty, but she pitches it so hard that he gets sketched out by how hard she's pitching it, and he's like, wait a minute, why are you working so hard to get rid of Austin and keep Kyle? Is Kyle coming for me? Are you keeping Kyle in order to come for me? Is that what's happening here? Is that why you're pitching so hard? And so he says, you know what? We can't keep Kyle. Kyle actually makes a great pitch the following day, but Ty's biggest argument against keeping Kyle, after they consider it yet again, is Tara wants Kyle too bad. There's something wrong here. And Tara actually proves to be counterproductive to a potential Kyle flip, and the flip dies. So this is again, this is so Tara that she tries, but she can't
Fuck off.
succeed. And sometimes
Oh my god, am I
it's
stuck?
actually counterproductive. Sometimes it actually goes in the reverse
There we go.
direction of where she wants to go. So before he leaves,
Fuck, my computer's like running so slow
Tina
right now
and
because
Tara
it's like
know
conforming
that
all
they
this shit.
can't trust Austin and Brayden. Now, he does this because Kiefer has been getting in Tina and Tara's ear. Kiefer, the Grim Kiefer.
Oh, we're supposed to use that
he
ice bomb
is,
thing.
You know, for better or worse, our strategic force in this season. And he was all over Ty's name recap. He'll be all over this one as well. Again, Kiefer is the one this week that targets Kyle against Tara's will. Still is able to maintain his alliance with them and while taking out one of their closest allies. That's how you do it, Victoria. He's also going to flip Victoria.
This one,
convince
okay,
Tina
there we
and Tara
go.
that Victoria is with them. Convince Ty and Jed that Victoria is with them. Victoria really was with Ty and Jed, but he convinces both of his alliances that he's flipped Victoria for them. And then he's also going to
fuck
get
off.
into Tina and Tara's ear, telling them that they can't trust Austin and Brayden, trying to separate them from their other allies. At this point in time, it's Kiefer doing a lot of work, a lot of it to help the Sunsetters, but also to potentially help him. Again, you know, if we do talk about Kiefer, I think that all
that
of this strategic maneuvering is not
Nope,
always
still no.
benefiting him the most. So that's the thing about that. But that's for Kiefer's game recap. So he's trying to convince Tina and Tara that Austin and Brayden are coming for them, and they can't trust them. But this fails. It gets in their head, and it succeeds at first because they trust Kiefer. But Kyle and Ro end up talking to Tina and Tara, and they say, look, you can trust them. I'm telling you, Austin and Brayden are not coming for you. They are still with the oddballs. They are still with you. You can't trust them. It's not true that they're coming for you. And Tara and Tina agree. They can trust Austin and Brayden. The oddballs are not dead. Kiefer was wrong. Maybe he was
line's not gonna last.
Week 5. Oh, wow. Another week that should have been a great week here for Tara. She very nearly wins this HOH. It comes down to a tiebreaker, and she loses the tiebreaker to Victoria. It's the invisible HOH that Tara has won this HOH. It's an entirely different game. Entirely different game. Ty is probably gone. Because Ro wins this veto. Ty is definitely gone. Or at least close to it, right? And Victoria has Tara has a huge move on her resume. Again, the entire landscape of this game completely changes based on that tiebreaker.
Am I supposed to be bashing her? Like, can I just push in that direction?
Tiebreaker. Victoria wins the invisible HOH, and
Maybe I can just push. I think I'm just being an idiot.
Victoria is an ally. Again, Victoria should be an ally of Tina and Tara. Should be doing good work for them. She should be targeting Jen and Ty. Now, unfortunately for Tara, Kiefer has gotten in Victoria's
Oh,
ear
line's about to break.
and helped move her towards Jen and Ty away from Tina and Tara and the oddballs. So, she decides to target Austin and Brayden. This is
Fuck.
going to frustrate Tara. She came so close to winning this HOH. She has another ally in power, and she is again going to lose
Got
an
it.
ally.
Surprise
She
catch.
can't
That's the one
win
Native
in
was
this game.
talking
Okay, there we go. Finally.
That's a crowd
Her allies
barramundi,
keep
all
winning
right.
Ooh, that's fucking massive.
But every single time it happens, she ends up losing
Respool
one of
the
her own
line before
people.
it's too late.
Victoria has an HOH. She's an oddball. She targets Toya, one of her few allies on the other side. Kiefer wins HOH. He's a pre-90s
Well, I'll be
member.
darned.
He targets Kyle, one of her allies on the oddball side. Victoria wins the next HOH.
Well, a
She's
promise
supposed
is
to
a
be an
promise.
oddball. She's also
Here's your
supposed to be an
promise.
honorary
You
pre-90s
sure?
member.
Sure,
and
I'm
she ends
sure.
up targeting
With
an
that lure,
oddball,
you'll be able
one
to
of her
diversify,
allies.
reel in more
She
kinds of
cannot
fish.
win. There are a few people in this game that are being protected by the
And catching
people that
things
she
you
is
ain't
trying
caught
to work
before.
with, and she is starting
Hey,
to
that's
lose
what
it.
being an angler is all
her
about.
irritability,
You're still
her
wet behind the
frustration,
ears.
Her temper
She
is
got
at an
potential.
all-time peak here. She's becoming frustrated that everybody always says her name. Her name is the easy name to say. As a pawn, as a target, nobody ever says Tina's name. Why is that? Why does nobody ever say Tina's name? Everybody always says my name and not
If you're
Tina's
talking
name.
grilling, nothing beats
It's at this
barramundi.
point that
Try
Ty
it.
is just fully fed up
Alright.
with Tara in the game. The way that she speaks to and about him, he says he is not a sensitive
I should do
person,
this too,
but it
right?
is too much. Tara
You're gonna
at
try
this
out that
point
lure,
has,
right?
Of course he is.
committed
Well, if you
some
guys insist.
microaggressions
In that
against
case, you're
Ty,
in charge of finding
and
dinner
Jen,
tonight.
talking about how much money they make, accusing Ty of like, they're saying that like, oh Ty, I thought you stole my cigarettes or whatever it was, I don't remember. And various other things that were documented at the time. It was making Ty feel very uncomfortable, and at this point in the game, he was like, you know what, screw it. Ro has been really nice to me. Ro has been hanging out with me. Maybe I don't want to target Ro. Maybe I need to target Tara first, because I just need to get her out of here. Her social capital in the game is at an all-time low at this point. She cannot control her temper. She cannot control her irritability, and it is costing her big here.
Nice here. Indeed.
Now, fortunately for her,
Wait, I'm so
Ro
confused. Where am I?
screw up his positioning, and he's gonna try and turn Beth against the guys, which forces them to set their sights back onto Ro before Tara, and that is going to give her a little bit of a
Nice work, Noct.
Now, Tina's going to figure out during the week that Victoria must be
Game.
the invisible
Hey, try not to
HOH,
squash it.
and she shares that theory with Tara. Tara agrees with her, and they both agree that Victoria, unfortunately, cannot be trusted. If she's targeting Austin, then she must be playing this game for the guys, and that is not good for them, so they cannot trust Victoria. Ro is going to end up winning the veto, and does not use it, despite promising that he would.
All right.
That leaves Austin and Brayden on the block. like they're voting Austin out, but if they're voting Austin out, then I want Austin to stay. And Tara again tries to flip the vote in order to get rid of Brayden this time. So they can keep Austin as a bigger target, and Austin is going to go after Jed and Ty. She does not trust Brayden to go after Jed and Ty. So she gets Ro on board, and they warn Ro that Vic can't be trusted, but he pitches to Vic anyway.
Where are these other two?
HOH. They also tried to work on Kiefer, but he also seems reluctant. Kiefer ends up telling Tina that he wants Austin gone. He'll take out Brayden next week, and then he wants Ro out, or at least in some combination of that order, right? And he wants to go to the final 7 with the trio, Jed, Ty, and Beth, and Victoria, and the pre-90s. That's his ideal final 7. Tina's gonna bring that information back to Tara and says, Tara, Kiefer can't be trusted either. Unfortunately, he's got his own agenda, and he is not working in our best interests. He wants Austin gone, he wants Brayden gone, he wants Ro gone, he wants all of our allies gone. This sucks. What are we gonna do?
Fuck.
And the answer is,
where's this last one?
They can't do anything because they don't have any agency in the game. Or at least they don't have much agency in the game. They are gonna make some moves next week. Victoria is going to tell Tara that, hey, Tara, Beth doesn't think you deserve to be here. She wants to put you on the block. Which is true. Yeah, Beth said those things.
Where the fuck is this last one?
Obviously trying to get Tara to go after Beth, because Vic thinks she's subtle. So Tara and Tina foresee this, and they realize, okay, so Vic wants to get Beth out so that she can be closer to the guys. We see what she's doing. Great. Austin is going to be evicted unanimously because Tara cannot get anywhere with these flips, unfortunately for her. And we're going to head into week 6. In week 6, Beth is going to win the HOH, and coincidentally,
oh, there it is.
She actually, she does want Tara out. Again, Vic wasn't lying.
Take care you don't hurt it.
Beth is targeting Tara. She does not want Ro out because she wants Ro to go after the guys, and she considered taking Vic out, but she doesn't think it's the time yet.
Alright, so I believe that's everything here, right?
Tara doesn't deserve to be here, so I want to take Tara out. She decides she's going to put Tina and Tara on the block. However, and I have to give...
Yeah, let's just go there.
Tina because this is Tina's idea.
We'll rest and then we'll end the episode. And that'll be it for today. Again, I'll probably edit this first preview. Tonight I'll probably stream. So we won't record again until tomorrow morning probably. But
we also have to give Tara some credit because she is the one that executed the most. She executed most of this. Tara does most of the talking here. And so they rat out Vic to Jed first and then to Beth. And they say that, hey, Vic told me last week that you said I don't deserve to be here. And they said that, or she said that you wanted to nominate me this week. So, I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully it's not true. Beth realizes that Victoria has definitely been trying to get her out because she did say those things. And there's no way that Tara could have known unless Vic really did tell her. So she decides, you know what? Vic needs to go. Vic is coming for me. I thought maybe it wasn't the time, but it is the time. I want to backdoor Victoria. So she puts, sorry, I said Tara and Tina before. Tara and Ro were the nominees. She puts Tara and Ro on the block with the intention of backdooring Victoria. So the plan for the Sunsetters, we're talking about Tara, so we don't need to deal with their indecisiveness. But it goes back and forth about a billion times.
Why is this taking so long?
It's always between Ro and Vic in the pre-veto stage of the week. Beth is adamant that it's a waste to get out Tara this week now. And Kiefer had helped put in some work for her there as well. Kiefer is the one that planted the idea that it's a complete waste to use the week on Tara. He wanted Ro or Vic to leave. And again, I don't really know why he wanted Vic to leave for sure, but again, it's the way things go.
Alright, so yeah, we'll end here. Next episode, continue on. Thanks for watching.
keep Terra